Well, this year's the 50th Grand Prix we'll have done, and so we're looking forward to it, and we just got to get a shoulder repair right, because it's right on the limit to get enough strength to steer one of these cars, but we're working at it. They had to have a full shoulder replacement, so it's got a few foreign bits in there now, a few rose joints and whatever. Yeah, first Grand Prix was 1964 in a Lotus 22. Yeah, the family were there. The father was building the engines and working on the car. To win a Grand Prix, like in your life you don't think you're going to win something that major, but hey, it's come, so. Well, the most memorable one would have to be 1976, because that was our first Grand Prix in a 5,000 car, so that's one you never forget. That was the exciting one of the lot.
That's what we like to see in the New Zealand Grand Prix.
90, yeah, and that was 14 years later, and then we turned the tables 14 years later again and got the third one. You know, and that 214 one, we only won it by an inch from Andy Knight. I mean, he was streaming down the straight, trying to get to the line first, but he was getting squeezed to the wall a bit close. I wasn't going to, you're not going to throw that one away that easy.
Here he is, leading the preliminary as he likes. Final lap, as we understand now. Yes, final lap. So here's the man with so much publicity behind.
There's only 3 genuine FIA Grand Prix in the world. There's the Formula 1, New Zealand Grand Prix and Macau Grand Prix. It started from the very early days when the Formula 1 guys were here with Tasman drives, and it's because of a lot of internationals have been here every year. Well, there's been a lot of Americans, and like Davy Jones, he was quick when he came here as a young kid. I mean, we've been in races with Rosberg and you know, Bobby Rahal was IndyCar man, and there's a lot of big names and guys that have gone on to make fame from coming to New Zealand, and it's been exciting. It doesn't matter whether you beat them or you don't beat them. We've been in the fields. I mean, we've been in the fields with Graham Hill and McLaren and Holm and Amon and all that. To me, it was pretty exciting in them days. My first year in FT60 was last year, and we'd come out of the 50, which was quite relatively easy to steer. And when I got in the 60 and did a test around Hampton here, I was having to get down under the steering wheel to try and wrench it up at the hairpins, and I thought, I'll never drive this car. But speaking to them hard enough, we managed to get a lighter weight steering rack, and that helped a bit, but it still was a heavy car. But saying that, when I'd finished the GP, Stephen Giles said, gee, you look pretty good in the bodywork now compared to some of the other kids that are just running. And once I got into the swing of it, I didn't mind, it was all right.
Kenny Smith still going strong. We're on board now with Kenny Smith in his 48th Grand Prix. He's won it 3 times.
I enjoy racing, and so whether it's 40 years, 50 years or 60 years, doesn't matter, I'm happy.